Hey folks, I wanted to make a follow-up video to my add-on linker video that I posted not long ago. Another little key secret that I stumbled upon is that the flight simulator can't tell the difference between official files and community folder files. It pulls from both sources and loads them in, and then it checks its database against what it should have. And if it doesn't have what it thinks it should have, it will re-download it. So I've made a number of Microsoft Marketplace purchases that have gone into the official files. And every time my simulator loads, of course, it loads every one of those purchases. Well, very carefully and strategically, I have plucked out those purchases and thinned out my official files as much as I dared. And then I went ahead and deleted the whole official folder. I re-downloaded Microsoft Flight Simulator with no packages and no premium or deluxe editions, just the bare minimum to get the simulator started. And I put all those, and I compared the official folder that loaded with the bare minimums to what my official folder had with all of its extras added. And I took out all those extras and put them not in the official folder, but in the community folder. And now with add-on linker, I can add on only what I like into the community folder. So just loaded up the simulator, and I'm not going to change. Of course, I can't change this because the simulator is running. But right now, just as a demonstration, I've loaded one airport, Wilmington, Delaware. Oh, my air traffic control program is not liking life. I've got one airport loaded, and just a little bit of scenery around the Wilmington area. And now these aircraft you see here, these are the default aircraft that have to be in the simulator for it to run. If it discovers, the only exception are the PMDG aircraft. I found it easier just to leave those permanently in the community folder. But other than that, these are the baseline aircraft in the simulator. So I'm going to take what should be a hard, long load, a PMDG aircraft, and again, the only external airport I have is Wilmington. And I even forgot what the ICAO code for Wilmington is. Wilmington is a coastal airport on the North Carolina coast. I believe this is it. And it's not too far from the coast. There's the coast. And I've got some aircraft in the community folder, or whatever aircraft carriers I have available. I put them in the community folder as well. So we're on live conditions, live time, no destination chosen. This is typically exactly what I would do if I were making an airline flight, because all the flight planning is through the aircraft and not through the simulator. So I'm hoping that this will be a brief load, but just in case, I'll pause it so you don't have to sit through it, whether it be brief or long. And I'll come back and join you in just a bit. My goodness, that was just seconds in loading. Huge difference. Monster difference. And because we are in a PMDG aircraft, even though we're set up at the end of the runway, we're nowhere near ready for flight. But the smoothness is wonderful. Frame rates look great. This is a custom airport, and I am very, very happy. So experiment completed. Let me get out of this, and I will let you see the breakdown of my add-on linker and show you where all those official folders now reside on the community folder. Look at again. Usually, getting out of Flight Simulator can be a little time intensive, but poof, it's gone. That's amazing. And let's see, it stopped over here too. So very quick indeed. And for that flight, the only thing in the community folder, the purple ones are the ones that are permanently installed. The PMDG aircraft, my hardware, AccuSeason for the weather, Salty 747, because of the loader involved, installer involved, it was an easy place to put it. And a couple of hard the vessels control, global shipping, and the jetways, and the subtle taxi ribbon. Those are the ones that are hard. And then the ones I added are the birds and the traffic insight and emergency lights, and then the navgraph toolbar, no handles, the traffic injector, and then the airports I added were Raleigh, Durham, and I added global textures, taxiway signs, lighthouses, some things that I would have on all the time anyway. But the trick was to find them in the official folder and pluck them out. Now, the last video I had an add-ons folder, and I also had an official folder. Well, I don't have a need for an official folder any longer, because the official folder, if I go into my files, I'll go into add-ons, and the only add-on folder I have is strictly for add-ons. I don't have an official add-on folder anymore. I've got it broken down, aircraft, and then because of the way Orbix organizes its sceneries, under aircraft, scenery, and utility, each of those has a MSFS file, and those are the Orbix products. And the reason they follow that structure is for the updating from Orbix. But otherwise, so let's say I go into aircraft. So I have basically anything below one airliner, one jets, one military, one prop. Anything below those four is an Orbix aircraft that can be updated through the Orbix site. But propellers, these are all my propeller airplanes. Jets, some jets, military, a couple military, and the airliners, not counting the PMDG, which are in the community folder. And then, so let's say I went to the Airbus A320 and I could load in the fly-by-wire 320. Oh, didn't mean to have the, it was a mistake. Put the Canadair regional jet under the Airbus. I'll cut that out and give it its own place out here. Don't know how that ended up in there. Anything else that shouldn't be in there? Nope, the rest of that looks pretty good. So, and the same thing with scenery as well. So scenery, it's all in the Microsoft folder, and then the things with the one are not Orbix scenery. Everything below the one is an Orbix scenery. And then the other ones are broken down by continent. There's North America, there's Western United States, There's the states broken down, Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then the airports within that category. Um, so it took quite a work to get the folder structure going. But once I had the folders going, again with the add-on linker, you can add scenery, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then here's the same. There's the North America, Eastern United States. We go to Florida, and then there's all the Florida, and you can choose the one you like to fly under. Um, and the good thing is, even though I may not be able to recognize these airport codes, they're written out in longhand over here on the right. So I have a better idea where they are. And I'm sure if you've explored the software at all, you've also discovered the maps up here in the tool, which will give you a handy little maps. And the thing about pulling the files out of the official folder and putting them in your community folder is now they're available on the maps page. So things that would have been hidden from you, see all the airports in Minnesota, I'm very Minnesota heavy, all those can be found now on the maps page as well. Anyway, quick video to give you an update on my progress and my thorough enjoyment of Addon Linker. Addon Linker is going to be a regular part of my flying, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. Thanks for watching.